In a forgotten age, the jungle breathed with life, a world ruled by giants and silence. A lone primitive man stood on a rocky hill, watching the misty sunrise over endless green. He wandered through the forest, unaware of the massive creature stalking behind the trees. Beside a quiet river, he fished with his wooden spear as the earth began to tremble. From the shadows emerged a feathered giant, a Dinosaurus, its claws glinting in light. The beast roared, shaking the jungle. The man ran, heart pounding, through twisting roots. He hid inside a cave, breath heavy as the dinosaur's shadow passed across the entrance. Night fell. Alone by the fire, the man stared into the dark, haunted by the creature's roar. Far away, the dinosaur stood still, watching him, not hunting, but simply observing. The man hid behind grass, seeing the beast eat ferns, calm and uninterested in him. He left a piece of fruit on the ground and stepped back slowly, heart unsure. The dinosaur sniffed the offering, then ate, eyes never leaving the human. The man lowered his spear, realizing something. The monster wasn't a monster anymore. They stood beneath the light breaking through trees, an unspoken peace forming. By the river they shared quiet company. No words, just the rhythm of water. The man gathered fruit while the dinosaur watched the forest, standing guard. He rolled fruit toward the dinosaur, who tilted its head, curious and gentle. For the first time, the man laughed, and the jungle didn't feel lonely anymore. But danger returned. Another predator stalked from the shadows. The man raised his spear beside the feathered giant, ready to defend their ground. The Dinosaurus roared, towering and fierce, chasing the predator back into darkness. As silence returned, the man placed his hand on the dinosaur's leg. A bond was born. Days passed. They built a home by the river, side by side in peace. The man cooked fish as the dinosaur watched curiously, smoke rising gently. He offered a piece of food, and the creature accepted, slow and trusting. At night they rested by the fire, warmth glowing on feather and skin alike. In a cave, the man drew their shapes, a man and a beast, side by side forever. The dinosaur watched, curious as sunlight traced patterns on stone walls. At sunset, they shared fruit by the river, peace woven into the golden light. Under starlit sky they slept together, a friendship born across species. Then, one morning, the jungle grew silent again, eerily still. Dark clouds gathered, even the insects stopped singing. The dinosaur called out, a deep cry echoing through the trembling earth. The man saw light streaking through the clouds, a fire descending from the heavens. They ran as the jungle quaked, the world around them tearing apart. Trees burned, rivers frothed, and the air itself turned to flame. The dinosaur roared, bending down to shield the man with its wings and claws. Fire rained down, the ground shaking like thunder beneath their feet. The man clung to the dinosaur's arm, eyes shut, as light swallowed the jungle. Silence. Ash fell from the sky like snow. The dinosaur lay still, burned, broken, but smiling faintly. The man crawled beside it, tears cutting through soot on his face. The man sat still, holding the creature's head, the world silent around them. The fires faded. The sky grew dim, colored only by smoke and loss. He rose slowly, looking at the fallen friend who once was his fear. In the distance, faint light pierced the horizon, hope after ruin. The man placed a hand on the dinosaur's head one last time. He stood tall among the ashes, a survivor of a dying world. Around him lay silence, broken only by the whisper of the wind. He looked up to the pale sky, remembering the friend who once roared beside him. The world had changed, but their story lived in the ashes. A human and a dinosaur, bound by fear, friendship, and the last light of the world.